Okay, so in today's session, we are going to discuss about Jenkins pipeline scripting. Actually, we have to discuss about uh, Docker integration with Jenkins, right? How to integrate Docker with Jenkins, how Docker will take the code from GitHub, run SonarQube, run map, and create an image, means build the image, push it to a registry, then connect it to the Docker host, create a container. Automation, right? Whenever we deploy, whenever a developer do a commits, all this deployment process has to happen. How this happens, right? We'll do that, but before that, we will try to learn pipeline scripting. Okay, today in this session, we'll concentrate about pipeline scripting. Okay, what is this pipeline scripting? Have you seen while creating a job in Jenkins, we have seen freestyle job, Maven style of job we have seen, right? So there is one option called as pipeline style of job. Okay, let me show you that just a second. Okay, so this is my Jenkins. While creating a job, we'll see right here pipeline. By default, you'll be able to see freestyle. If you add a Maven plugin, you'll be able to see Maven. Like if you go here, manage Jenkins, we'll add the plugin, right? Maven related plugin. We will be able to see if we add Maven integration plugin, we'll be able to see Maven style of jobs as well. But here, while creating a job, by default, we are getting this pipeline job as well. Why? Because in the suggested plugins, to get this option, you need to add pipeline plugin. But by default, in the suggested plugins itself, this pipeline job has been added. See here, what is it has explained? Orchestrates long-running activities that can span multiple build agents suitable for building pipelines, formerly known as workflows, and are organizing complex activities and do not easily fit in freestyle job type. So whatever you cannot easily fit in freestyle jobs, that you can use it here. Something it is saying. Okay, let me explain. Let me create one job, for example, one test job. For example, let me create it like Docker integration. Okay, Docker integration. I'll select it as a pipeline job. Open it. Here, these general options are same. Build triggers are also almost same. But if you come here, you don't have that. Get code from SCM, right? SCM option is not there. Build option is not there, right? Post build action. That options are not there. Only these two. General, discard, old builds, like that you have. But here you have this build triggers, poll SCM, quiet period, these and all. Yes, these are all there, but these options are not here. That Maven build and all. So what you have to do here, if you use a pipeline job, you have to write script here. You have to write one pipeline script here. So how that script has to be written? The script has to be written using Groovy. Groovy is one of the scripting language. Using that, you have to write. And you may get a question, sir, do I need to learn Groovy? I have to join somewhere and learn Groovy and come. No need. You just need the basic idea of Groovy. It is very simple, right? I'll try to explain my level best. Then based on requirement and all, you may need to learn a little more, but whatever is enough, I'll teach now. So now, what is this Groovy script? Right? This is one of the scripting language. Like how we write is, for example, let me show one example. So like this, we have to write, not this, just a second. Like this, you have to write some scripts. Like this, you have to write some scripts, right? So there are two types of scripts actually. There are two types of scripts. What are those scripts? Is declarative and pipeline. Scripted and declarative pipelines. Scripted and declarative pipeline. Scripted one and declarative. Two formats you can write. Almost similar, but there is quite little difference. So I cannot explain this difference also. Just Google differences between scripted and declarative pipeline after this session. Now, if you Google, you will not understand anything. So I'll explain scripted format. Okay, in one of the session I will do one video about declarative and all the differences and give it. But for now, I'll explain scripted format. Right after the session, you Google what is the difference between scripted and declarative pipeline. So you will get the differences. So now let me explain about writing one pipeline job. So you have to use Groovy script to write to write this pipeline job. You need to write a script. using Groovy. So first you have to choose either you want to go with scripted approach or declarative approach. Okay, I choose scripted for now, scripted format. All right. Now using this script, what I'll do in Jenkins, Maven job or Freestyle job, where we specify get the code from GitHub, then run Maven, run SonarQube, run call Tomcat. Like that, we do different actions, right? For all the actions, we have to create a script here. So now, as I choose scripted job, it has to start with like this. It has to start like this. So now everything has to be written. That script has to be written within this braces. The script has to be written in this brackets only. Okay, this indicates wherever you see something called as node, it means it is scripted job, scripted pipeline. But instead of that, if you see pipeline, right, if you see something called as pipeline, if the job is something starting like this with the name word pipeline, it means it is declarative job. It means it is a declarative job. So if it is starting with node, if it is starting with node, then it is called as what? Scripted job. If you see something starting with pipeline, it means declarative job. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is my declarative, this is my scripted job. I mean, my pipeline job. In this, what I want to do? First step is I want to take the code. I want to create a stage. I mean, I want to create one functionality to get the code from GitHub branch. So for that, what you have to do is you have to create a stage. So stage is like one function, right? For one functionality, we'll write it. For example, I want to take the code from Git. So I'll write a stage. I'll name it as, for example, checkout from SCM. All right. So I have to create one stage. So I'm creating one stage and then I'm naming that stage as this. I'm naming the stage as this. So the stage related, the SCM checkout code related code, you have to write it here. Next, I want to build using Maven. So you have to create one more stage. You have to create one more stage. One more stage. All right. Here I'm going to write like this. Build using Maven. So that Maven build related code you have to write. Now you may get question, sir, why should I write multiple stages? Why can't I write the code from GitHub here in one stage itself? Get the code from GitHub, run Maven. And all. Yeah, you can write, nothing wrong with that. But you have to split it. You have to split it, the functionality. So it will be easy to maintain. How, right? We'll discuss later. Okay, just we are in the basic, right? We'll discuss later. Now, for example, I want to write it. So far, is it clear? If it is a declarative, right, we have to start with a pipeline. If it is scripted format of pipeline, we have to start with the node and write like this. So all the script has to be written in this brackets. And then the stage for each functionality, we have to create a stage like this, right? So the stage starting here, ending here, and it is the name of the stage. Understood, guys? Have you understood so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in this stage, I want to write a script to get the code from GitHub, but I'm not aware of Groovy. What should I do, right? In such cases, if you get inside your Jenkins job, there is something called as pipeline syntax generator. This is my Jenkins job, right? This is my Jenkins job. Now you go to this pipeline syntax generator. I already added a Git plugin. Means in the suggested plugins itself, I got a Git plugin. In the suggested plugins of my Jenkins, while installing the Jenkins, I selected suggested plugins. At that time itself, I got a Git plugin. So that is the reason. If I go here and if I search for Git here, right? If you search for Git here, select this. It will ask it. It will ask the details. What is your GitHub repository URL? What is your GitHub repository URL? Right? This is my GitHub repository URL. So let me take HTTPS. Okay. Give it. What is the branch you want to take the code? Master branch I want to use. What are the credentials? So let me add the credentials. So I'm going to add my credentials like this. So if it is a public repository, I don't need to give credentials, but it is a public repository only. But how to give credentials? Okay. So how to give credentials? I'll give it like this. In case if it is a private repository, how to give credentials like this? I'll give this. Okay, I added my credentials. I'll select here. If you have already added, it will show in the list. You just select this. Okay. Okay, that's it. You click on this. You click on this. That's it. It gave the script. Take it. Take it. You just generate pipeline script. Generate pipeline script. You click on this. It will give the script. Copy this. Sorry. Copy this. Put inside your stage. That's it. That's it. It is saying git credentials. So ID we added, right? For our credentials, we have added one ID KC tech git. So for that ID, what are all the credentials, right? That will be used to connect with this repository. So that's it. The script is done. So this is the script which I can use to get the code from GitHub. So now what does this mean is, this is going to be my GitHub repository. This is going to be my GitHub repository, and the credentials which are attached to this ID, those credentials has to be used to get the code from your GitHub. So if it is in a Maven style of job, in the GitHub, in the Jenkins job where that GitHub option will come, right? There you will give repository, branch, credentials, right? So that is equal to this. Is it easy to do, guys?
Yes, sir.
That's it. So you just go here, the particular option you have to select here, give the details, and just click on this generate pipeline script. Okay, that will give the details. But have you observed one thing here? Branch is missing. GitHub repository URL is there. Credentials are there, but branch is missing. Why? Because we selected master branch. The reason why branch is not showing here is because we selected master branch. The default branch is master branch. So that is the reason when you give master branch here, right? So, but it will not even select the default. It will not even show one branch parameter here. Why? Because if there is no parameter, by default it will treat as a branch. By default it will treat master branch as a default branch. Now, other than master, for example, if I give develop, right? Now you see, it showed one more extra parameter here. Branch equal to develop, credentials equal to this one, URL equal to this one, right? So if you give other than master branch, it will show the branch name here. But if you give master here, it will not show anything. Why? Because by default, it is going to treat that as a master branch only. So by default, it is going to treat master branch. So it is not showing the master branch here. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now let me take this script. Put it here, right? On my Jenkins here. Let me try to run it. Whether it will work or not, let me check. So apply it, apply the changes, build now. So now observe here, it is showing SCM checkout. Each stage it will show log separately. Means for each stage, the status will be shown separately. If I have two stages, the name of the stage is checkout from SCM, right? My checkout from SCM. So it will show like this. If you want to see the logs of this stage, you can check here. So it is going to show a cloning repository, something done. It is success. Green color, success. You can see it here. Yes or no? My stage is success. My Jenkins pipeline job, using my pipeline job, my Jenkins is able to fetch the code from GitHub successfully. Understood, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next stage I want to write. For what I want to write is for Maven. Means I want to take the code from Maven. So what I'll do is I'll create one stage for Maven checkout. Maven build. Maven build I have given. Now I want to execute the goal. Sonar colons, sorry, MVN clean package. MVN clean package I want to give, but it cannot be given directly like this. My MVN clean package. Why? Because if I go for here and search how we have searched for Maven git details, right? Like that, if I this is called a step. So in the steps, if I search for Maven, you can't find anything. See, mail milestone, only 2 are there. But I added Maven integration plugin in front of you only. That is the reason while installing Jenkins, I haven't installed the Maven plugin. I just want to show you the proof, right? So Maven plugin is not there. What should I do now? See, when you are using Maven, right? There is no direct step for Maven, like how we have for Git, right? We have a step for Git like this. But for Maven, there is no direct step. Then what should we do? Is you need to use one option called as tool. Okay, tool. What this step will do is tool, whatever the tools in the global tool configuration, we have set the path, right? For tools, Maven home directory will set. Like that, whatever we have set, it will show here. So what is the tool we need? Maven. So, but so far I haven't set anything in the global tool configuration. That is the reason it is not showing anything. So let me connect to that, get the path for global tool configuration. Okay. Okay, so let me open my Git bash here. Okay, so I'll just need the path where I have I already configured Maven. Okay, on this Jenkins instance, wherever my Jenkins is there, right? On this instance, I have already configured Maven cd/opt. So it should not be a time waste. So earlier itself I configured. So let me take this path. We'll go to manage Jenkins, global tool configuration, Maven, run. Okay, name, right? Sorry, m2_home. I don't want to install automatically. If you want, you can install. I don't want to give the bin. I'm giving like this and save the changes. Now I'll go to my dashboard. Okay, anyways, I'll go to my job. Even if I will not be able to see this, now let me refresh it. Now I'll select the tool here. Tool. Next here, which tool I want to get? Maven. And under Maven, I have said just now, I have said different tools, right? Maven, one tool I have said. So empty_home. Just click on generate. It is going to give this. So what it contains is, in the global tool configuration with the name m2_home, we have set one path. For in the global tool configuration, we have configured Maven, right? With the name m2_home. With the name m2_home. For that, we have set the path /opt/apache Maven version, that and all, right? That path it is going to give. Right? So now let me show you this a little bit is there. Let me explain that. Instead of typing everything, let me quickly copy and show you that. So here, this is my stage, Maven build, right? So how to create a variable in Groovy script is using a def. You'll write in shell scripting, no def, nothing. A = 10. A is a variable, its value is 10. But here, if you want to create a variable, def A = 10, you have to write. Def A = 10 means define A = 10 means A is a variable. Like this, you can define a variable def, right? Def. This is a variable mvn home. This is a variable I'm setting. Next, what I'm doing is, for this mvn_home, I'm giving this value. Whatever my pipeline syntax generator has generated, right? So take this and put it here. Tool name = something, whatever it has generated, I'm pasting it here. Done. So now what this variable contains, tell me. That the tool name is m2_home, type is Maven type of tool, and the tool name is m2_home. Now what is stored in this variable name, tell me? Huh?
Tool name = m2_home, type =
No. If that is the case, you can type it, right? No, it's not that. This contains Maven home directory.
path directory.
Yeah, path it has. This path. Sir, why can't I do like that? Why should I do like that? Why can't I give directly like this? Yes, of course you can give like this in a double quotes or single quotes, you can keep and give it. But the problem is you may change Maven. If you configure in 10 or 20 projects, if you give the path directly here, later if you change the version of the Maven, right, with a different path, then you have to change all the places. But if you use a tool that is dynamically giving, if you just select the name of that tool, whatever you have in the global tool configuration, you have given name m2_home. For that, you have set the path. You just select the name here and get it. Automatically, this is going to get the path for you. So whatever you set in global tool configuration, it will get it for you. Now, What this has? What this has? Maven path.
Maven path.
Directory. Now, Maven path is till that, till here, till here, till here. So where is my MVN commands present? Inside bin directory, cd bin, right? Here, here. If I type ls here, it is going to that tool step is going to give the path till here only. Whatever you have set in the global tool configuration. In the global tool configuration, we have set till here only. So inside that bin, we have MVN command. We have to execute there. We have to execute our command. So that is the reason I'm taking one more variable, reading this variable dynamically, and setting /bin/maven. So this is equal to this. Okay, how to read variables dynamically is in shell script itself, we know, right? Same format here. So this is equal to this. So now this maven cmd has this path, Apache maven /bin/ this one it has. So I'm going to read this. So this tool is going to return only the path whatever we have set on global tool configuration. So I have stored it in a variable. So I'm creating one more variable. Right? So reading this variable value dynamically and then appending the path /bin/maven. Why? Because I haven't setting the path here. Means if you know, right, if you set it as a path variable, you can read it in anywhere and all, but here that facility is not there. So I'm going to do like this. So I'm going to the bin location and through MVN, I'm going to execute a clean package. Now I have read this, right? This variable. Now sorry. Okay, leave it till here. So till here, you understood, right? Is it clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, what I want to do is for my project, whatever I have cloned, for that I want to execute MVN clean package I want to execute. So already till here, I went to the bin location and added this MVN. Now just I have to execute clean package. So what I'm doing is I'm going to read this value. So what it has this /bin/MVN. So as we haven't set the path to execute anywhere, that is not possible. That functionality is not here, right? So I'm going to read the maven home directory and getting into bin location, and there I'm executing MVN clean package. So, but I don't want to do it hard coded. I'm reading it dynamically using Jenkins pipeline script tool concept, right? Here it is. I just showed you, right, the path. So here it will be equal to this. So maven home directory bin location MVN clean package. Here I'm executing. So my project will be built, right? But when you want to execute any command, here it is not executing. Here this is not executing. We are just defining one variable, setting the value to that variable. Here also you created one more variable, setting that value to this variable. That's it. But here you have to execute one goal. This is just a defining a variable, but here it is execution. If you want to execute anything in Groovy script, you have to pass that. So as it is a shell command, right? sh, it is like shell. So you have to execute sh and keep it in double quotes or single quotes. Anything is fine. Either you keep it in double quotes or single quotes. It is up to you. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir. For execution, can we use bash also, sir?
If it is the bash kind of thing, you can use bash, but here it is sh shells. It doesn't mean shell here. It is a shell script here. Getting my point? This is not the shell, sh or bash shell. It is a shell script. It is defining as a shell script command you are going to execute. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me take this stage and also put there and try to execute whether the maven build will work or not. I'll go to my Jenkins job, configure. I'll put one more stage here. Build it. Oh, build now. Sorry, I didn't click on build now. Let me click on build now. It will get triggered and it will get executed. See, first stage has executed successfully, and then the second stage started executing. Blue color in progress, and it is showing almost complete, right? It will complete. It is showing. If you put your cursor here, it will show logs if you want to see, right? If you go here, it will show in progress, such kind of. Yeah, this is also done. If you click on, if you want to see the logs of only this stage, right? You can go and click on this. So it will show only related to that Git related logs. Now you want to see only for maven build stage. You click on this logs. It will show this, right? If you can expand it, use a tool, something here, you can show here. It is downloading all the dependencies and the build is success. It is saying build var file. It has been placed inside this artifact directory var/lib/jenkins workspace, and the job name it has created with the job name it has created a directory inside the target. It has created a var file. Yes, everything is there. Understood? Okay. Now in real time, we will not. Okay. Anyways, I'll continue with the different stages, but let me put the basics. Let me explain one more basic concept here and then continue. In real time, will not write the script here. Will not write the script here for testing until until we complete the script here, right? We will write everything here. Once we complete our script, we don't keep this script here. We can keep it, but in real time we will not do this. What we'll do is, see, under definition, there is something pipeline script. If you select this option, pipeline script, you have to keep your script here. There is one more option here, pipeline script from SCM. Pipeline script from SCM. If you select this, what should you do? You have to keep your pipeline script in one of the files, like this Jenkins file. The default name is Jenkins file, J capital. How we have Docker file, right? Like that Jenkins file, J capital. You have to create a file in your GitHub repository itself. In our GitHub repository itself, you have to create a Jenkins file. Keep all your script here. See, just now I created one stage, right? Whatever directly what you tested here, right? Directly what you tested here, right? So this script you copy, create one new file here inside your GitHub repository, create one new file, paste the script here and store it here, right? So I'll create this Docker build image, push image, this and all I'll create later. But for now, let me explain this concept. So those two stages I gave, right? So you need to keep it here. So you create one file with the name Jenkins. It can be any name. By default, the name is Jenkins file, J capital. But you can keep any name. See, here I have created Jenkins KH file, right? Sonar report check, Tomcat deploy not this one. So like this, you can create anything, no extension, any file without any extension, and the file should contain Groovy script, right? Now, if you select this option here, right, SCM, let me say it is linking. Let me just go to that once again. So if your pipeline script from SCM, which pipeline it is? Git. What is the GitHub repository URL? Right, your GitHub repository details you give it here. Your GitHub repository URL and connect the credentials, whatever you need to connect to your GitHub repository, and which branch the Jenkins file is there, and the name of the file. Then default name is Jenkins file, right? So if it is a custom name, you have to define that. If it is in a different location, not on the project root directory, if it is in some other location, you have to give that location. So now what will happen if you give like this is, right? So first your Jenkins will connect to this GitHub repository, this branch using these credentials, and it will read the Jenkins file. It will read this Jenkins file. And whatever is there inside this Jenkins file, the script, Groovy script or pipeline script, whatever is there inside the Jenkins file, it will execute that. Understood, guys? Two ways. One is you can write the script here by selecting pipeline script here. You can keep it, write it here, the entire script, or else place the entire script in your GitHub repository in one of the file like Jenkins file or some other file, right? Then read it, then give the GitHub credentials and details here. So automatically your Jenkins will connect to that GitHub repository branch, take the Jenkins file and execute that Groovy script. Okay, you just rejoin back. In the next session, I'll explain the other topics about this as well. So far, is this clear, guys?